Hay diferentes maneras de dar a luz una historia, cada quien va a darte una guía de cómo hacerlo, pero no existen reglas definidas. No todos los escritores escogen empezar desde el inicio de su historia y prefieren tener primero el final para así saber en dónde van a converger las situaciones vividas por los personajes y conseguir que todo tenga sentido. Stephen King prefiere hacerlo de otra manera.
But in any case, John Irving, when he was talking to a bunch of would-be writers one time, said that the first thing he does with a book is write the last line of that book. And I heard that and I just went, like that. Because to me, that's kind of like spoiling the fun. I like to start with a little bit of an idea, they come from different places. Sometimes they stick around and you want to do something, sometimes they don't. But the idea is to start with something and just start to go with it, And that's the joy of finding things out, of having characters that just sort of walk on and become a big part of the story.
No saber el final de tu propia historia no es algo necesariamente negativo. Tener una idea que te apasiona puede llegar a ser suficiente si trabajas en ella y le dedicas tiempo. Terminarás en lugares imprevisibles, culminando tu escrito mejor de lo que lo hubieras hecho si lo hubieses planeado. Así son las ideas, así son las historias, maleables. Esa pasión, como todo buen escritor te dirá, siempre estará acompañada del deseo de leer escritos que te emocionen y escribir aquello que te incita a la página.
Well, if you want to be a writer, you really only have to do two things. You have to read a lot, and you have to write a lot, and you have to continue to get buzzed by what you're doing. You have to continue to feel good about it. Most writers do get buzzed, but I'm talking about a natural buzz.
Why is she looking at me?
Hey, listen, I didn't say it, you did. But the thing is, you have to really like what you're doing. And, I remember when my son, Owen, who has his first novel coming out next year, is terrific. I'm very fortunate. I have three kids. My daughter is a minister, and both my sons are novelists, and they both have novels coming out next spring.
Great.
My son Joe has a book called Nosferatu. He writes as Joe Hill, and Owen has a book called Double Feature, which is so funny that it's just illegal. But in any case, when Owen was a little guy, he was this little round guy, and he was bigger than his age group and everything, and he felt kind of stupid. And the person that he fixated on was Clarence Clemens from the E Street Band, because Clarence was the big man, and he blew the sax, and he was cool, and Owen wanted to be like Clarence, and he said, "Can I learn the sax?" And we were delighted because our other kids, had the musical abilities of bookends. So we were glad when Owen wanted to learn the sax. And Owen was very good, and he practiced the sax and everything. But it was clear after a year or so that he just wasn't getting a buzz out of it. And so, he stopped and he found something that he did get a buzz out of, and that was writing. That was kind of like the family business. So you have to like it because it's all subjective, and sometimes you get bad advice on good work, and sometimes you get, good feedback on bad work. But the thing is, man, the good thing about it, and the thing that makes it worthwhile, is that people take this job seriously. And so often when you get out there in life, people say, "You want to be a writer? There's no money in that." Jesus, well, unless you want to write greeting cards, that might work. So I think that college is an important place because it gives you a chance to grow. And people take seriously what you want to do. College is great because, maybe there's a tuition cost, but the dreams are free, and that's a good thing.
Nice. Yeah.
Por supuesto que todo escritor desea algo de reconocimiento y, si es posible, fama, en especial en estas épocas en que cada autor con un bestseller tiene el potencial para crear una franquicia, películas y mercancía. Tener fanáticos que admirarán tu trabajo sin importar qué, pero escribir en su punto más puro es lo opuesto. Se trata de una tarea solitaria, silenciosa, que empieza solo entre tú y la hoja. Inicia con una leve idea que se aferra a ti y crece en tu mente. Tus lectores te conocían solo a través de tus palabras, tus historias. Los escritores, como lo dice King, son como agentes secretos, observando en silencio el mundo e interpretándolo a su manera, con su propia voz. Hubo una época en que Stephen King no era el escritor más famoso en vida, sus libros hablaban por él. Salía a la calle y nadie lo reconocía o lo consideraría una celebridad. Ahora, claro está, todo ha cambiado y no puede llamarse más un agente secreto.
Maybe 25 years ago when my hair was actually dark and I had a black beard. I had a big black beard. And I was a writer. I mean, we're supposed to be the secret agents of the arts, okay? We cruise around and see what you guys are doing and end up putting it in books. So this is a strange situation for me. So about 25 years ago, when I really was kind of a secret agent, I'd published maybe 6 or 7 books, but, you know, it wasn't a big deal. And I went in Nathan's, the hot dog place in New York, and I got up to the counter, I sat down on the stool, and I ordered a foot-long, you know, and one of those orange drinks or something, and I'm sipping my drink, and I'm waiting for my hot dog. And I look through the pass-through into the kitchen, and the cook's looking at me, and he sees me looking at him, and he's right away, he's cooking again. So I go back, I'm reading my book, I read just about everywhere, and I'm reading my book, and I look up. Oh, he's down there. So finally he comes out, and I'm thinking to myself, now remember, I had the big beard and I had on the dark 70s type glasses. It's embarrassing now, but that's the way we rolled back then. That's all there is to it. So he walks out, and I think to myself, this guy recognized me. He knows who I am. He walks up to me, he goes, "Are you somebody famous?" And I say, "Well, a little bit." He says, you do something artistic, right? I go, "Well, not all critics agree, but I like to think so." He says, "You're Francis Ford Coppola, aren't you?" And I said, "Yes, I am." Because everybody who does this, you, me, everybody else who does this, we're liars. You know, how do you know we're lying? Our mouths are moving. So he asked me for an autograph, and I gave him one. And did I regret that? The hell I did. I thought it was great.